live chat. Apologies for the terrible angle. I'm figuring things out still. Okay. All right. I'm live. Camera quality ain't exactly the best, but that's because I bought the cheap internet plan. So it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, we are working on a sweater tonight. And you turn around. This is the Granny Pop sweater by MJ's Off the Hook. I'm continuing with the trend of following patterns, it seems, this week. New camera angle for live. Hope you like it. For now. We're still figuring things out in the new house. By we, I mean I. So yeah, let's do a Saturday night crochet live, my friends. Finally. It's been forever since we've done one of these. Life just got crazy. Because it be that way sometimes. It do be that way sometimes. But yes, welcome to the new yarn room. There's actually yarn in it now. Woohoo. That's not all my yarn. It's still at my parents', but it is slowly but surely making its way into my house that I own. I just love saying my house that I own because everyone said millennials aren't going to be able to own their own houses. Well, guess what? I bought one a week ago. And the electric company's already after me. Haha, it's fine. See, what are you working on? I am making a Granny Pop sweater. The pattern is by MJ's Off the Hook. Yes, I know we are continuing the trend this week of me following patterns instead of just freehanding everything. Because brain doesn't want a brain. Because it's been busy. Had to get in touch with the sellers today because still getting their mail. I'm like, hey, I've got like a huge stack of things that say like urgent on them. I need you to come get them. So, hi, welcome to the live. So, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I put yarn in the house today. Hi, hi, hi. Yes. It's going well. Things are going well. Only had one more emotional outburst earlier this week, but it's fine. I hate experiencing. You like my hoodie? Thank you. I hate experiencing the full range of human emotion. Hi, I said hi. Multiple times. So, yeah. Ugh, this is getting all tangled up. Give me a second, chat. It's the one problem with color work. Everything gets tangled up. You hate me? Get in line, hon. Get in line. Got a long line of people ahead of you in the hating game, so you ain't the first one, you ain't gonna be the last one. It's just a way the cookie crumbles. On the right side. No, that's why it's all messed up. Yes. Let me see that. Yeah, no, not very nice. It's fine. Hi, Aaliyah. Yeah. Got bigger problems to worry about than a bunch of haters. Like finding someone that I can just buy a tank of oil from. How's it going? It's going. I'm okay now. I had a small freak out earlier this week, but I'm okay. Just a full range of human emotion all at once, and I hate feeling emotion, so. What kind of oil? Heating oil. I need heating oil. My house is oil heat, and the sellers left a quarter of a tank. But generally, when you get down to I have since found out, who am I hiding? This one here, Saeed. Yeah, they were just like, I hate you, and I said, get in line. Also, I got more important things to worry about than haters. Like buying heating oil. No, it's just I've been trying to get some heating oil since I only have a quarter of a tank, and that's not going to last through winter. I mean, I haven't had to turn the heat on, but I like to be prepared. Y'all know me. And it's just honestly finding someone to fill the tank has been harder than buying the house in the first place. Just because a lot of the companies around here, they want like contracts. It's something they deliver. Yeah, they deliver. It's just there's so many hoops. They want contracts. Some of them have like minimum usage. Like they won't give you oil unless you're going to use at least 500 gallons a year, which is like, I don't even have a 500-gallon tank. I think I have I have no idea how big the tank is. I gotta go down in the basement and look, but I hate my basement. It's the one part of the house I don't like. It's a creepy hole in the ground. But it's, yeah, I need to fill the tank. And all these companies are like, oh, well, you have to do this and this and this. And I'm like, I just want to buy some oil. Because a lot of them, they won't let you get the monthly payment contract unless you use that certain amount a year. And I'm certainly not going to use 500 gallons of oil unless it dips to like minus 40. Like, I grew up in a house with a father that treated the thermostat like a radioactive box of sin. So, like, I'll just put on a sweater. It has to be really, really cold for me to like look at the thermostat. I have turned into my father. So I'm like, I'm not going to use that much oil. So because I can't get like a month to month contract where I just pay monthly, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to have to buy it all up front. So I just need 100 gallons to start, see how much I use, figure out how big the tank is. Radioactive boxes into the wands at 90-degree heat. Yes. My father is insane. So, I'm like, okay, well, I can't get a monthly contract. So let's find the cost of the oil and I'll just buy it up front, fill the tank up, and just, yeah. But so many of these companies won't just let you buy oil. So I asked around and I found a local company. Well, semi-local. The town's actually an hour away, but they're the one my director uses at work because she's the same way. She's not going to go through a lot of heating oil, so she just buys it all up front in the summer. This sweater for you. Yes, this is a sweater for me because I haven't made anything for myself in a long time. So I said, I went to my director. I'm like, hey, who's your heating oil company? Will they just sell me some heating oil? And she's like, yeah, here's the company I use. Small company, but you don't have to have like monthly contracts or anything. As long as they get paid, as long as you pay them, they will give you oil. And I'm like, perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So I called them. And I said, hello, I just bought a house. Everyone else is like, you have to buy during this time and yada, yada, yada. And it's overly complicated. I just want 100 gallons of heating oil just to see. And like, yeah, perfect. Okay, we can do that for you. I'm like, great, how much does 100 gallons of heating oil cost? And they say, well, it'll be about $284 right now. And I was like, okay. And then I said, all right, I will call you again after payday. Because I've hemorrhaged money this month. So if y'all could like and subscribe. And got off the phone, looked at the numbers. And I mean, I can't afford it. That's what savings are for. And then I just randomly started crying. And be like, I can't do this. I've made a mistake. Just full on sobbing in the office at my job. Didn't even know why. It just started randomly. Probably just because I've had to spend so much money this month. And I hate spending money and paying full price for things. I absolutely hate it. And not only did I buy a house, I have to get my car is due for an inspection next week, and I had to get an oil change, and I spent way more money on things for the house than I anticipated, and and then I have auto debit for my student loans, and I watched that money go. And then I had to put gas in the car, and yeah, I just started crying my eyes out, like, oh my god, I can't do this. And then I was able to pull myself out of the spiral and be like, wait, you're employed. Like, you have money coming in every month, and it's going to be more money coming in than is going out. But I still, like, just cried my eyes out in the office at work, which scared a lot of people, and they're like, oh my god, Gracie's lost it. Out of all the years I've been there, only one of my coworkers has ever seen 1 minute away from becoming Amish. Yeah. I was just like, oh my god, I made a mistake. This is terrible. I should have stayed home another year and then bought the house. But my director was able to talk me down. She was like, girl, you and I make about the same, and you have a savings account. You're fine. You're fine, basically. She was able to talk me down. And then I felt a lot better. I think I just needed to freak out. And then I talked to my parents about it, and my dad's like, well, I'll just pay for your car inspection for you this month if it'll make you feel better. And I was like, thank you, Daddy. And then he said, just pay me back later. So. And then, of course, this morning, I had to stop at the grocery store and get stuff, and I had to spend more money. But it wasn't bad because I stopped at the new grocery store local to me, because there's like one small local grocery store near my house now. And I signed up for a rewards card with them just because they're there. I think I'll do my main grocery shopping in the town I work in and just go to the Aldi there because there's like no chains out here. I'm in the middle of nowhere. But it's okay. Stopped there today, and I mean, I got a decent amount of groceries. Mostly just like butter, eggs, a couple more things for my pantry. Bought myself some whoopie pies as a treat. So. And then today I just put away yarn, worked on my vlog, put away things in my house, moved more stuff in, all that good stuff. Oh, and then part of my freak out was just seeing the student loan money go out and just be like, oh my god. So I actually logged into my account and looked at it and saw that because I've been paying ahead all these years, I've been paying more than the minimum all these years. They actually let me lower my monthly payment. So I applied for that, and that was accepted. So, whew. And that made me feel a lot better. So, today was a good day. And then I made delicious dinner of pasta with a pumpkin sauce. That was really good. Okay, hang on. I need to count. This seems rather cropped. And I didn't want it to be that cropped. Hold on. Hang on, chat. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. Nope, that's fine. Right where I'm supposed to be at. So, with this sweater. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we're almost done with this sleeves. And yes, ooh, ah, thank you, Aaliyah. And then we'll work on that, and then we'll connect another sleeve, and it'll be great. So. But I had a nice day. It's kind of dreary weather, but it was all right. Did some laundry. I'm still getting used to the quirks of this house. Like, you can only run like one water thing at a time, so like I can't put a load of laundry in the washer and then go take a shower, because then I have no water pressure. And that's just a quirk of the town. Just a low water pressure area. Oh well. And then I actually went down into the creepy basement, because that's where my chest freezer is, and I got stuff put in there that I wanted to have put in there. Yeah, I just gotta wait for all my friends that hunt to get their deer next month, and then I will have a chest freezer full of meat. Multicolored yarn on your collar, and it was a knitting machine live last night. That's right. Yeah, I saw her go live last night, but I was just so tired. I didn't feel like I didn't even have the brain power. But she used the Hirschner's yarn. Cool. Good to know it goes through the knitting machine. Yeah, I haven't been able to catch one of her lives in a while just because I'm usually in bed by the time she goes live now. And now that I'm going to be commuting, I'm going to have to be going to bed a little earlier. Or at least winding down a little earlier. Because I have to, well, no, I don't really have to wake up that much earlier. It's just going to take some getting used to, because now instead of living less than a mile away from my job, I live a half-hour drive. Which is not a bad drive. And I don't mind it. Good. I work the very highly desirable opening shift, where I'm actually on the clock before we legally open. And one of my coworkers is convinced that since I'm moving out here, she's gonna get my shift. And my boss was already like, no. She did like 4 streams. Oh yeah. Yeah, I thought my phone was throwing off a lot of alerts or notifications last night. My boss is like, no, you are not getting Gracie's shift. There's no reason to change shifts. So now she keeps dropping hints to me like, oh, you could sleep in more. So I'd be like, no. I'm already up that early. It's just that now I would be spending a lot of that time driving instead of just doom scrolling TikTok. Okay. This sleeve feels a little short still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Your account got deactivated and it wasn't even your fault? Oh, jeez. 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 13. Okay. Try to remember where the back is because I have short rows. I modified this pattern. See. Nope, it is right on track actually. Just gotta turn it. Hang on, chat. I gotta get my next skein of yellow, which is conveniently right behind me now in my lovely cube shelf that my friend gave me. In my yarn room. In my house that I own. Oh, don't get old, kids. It hurts. Now, where's my... Oh, don't tell me I left my scissors downstairs. I didn't. I'm still moving my stuff in, so I only have my travel crochet kit with me right now. The good stuff is still at my parents' house. Decaf coffee. Oh, let's not play the Remember Me game, shall we? Okay, I want to turn this way to connect this one. And I can actually cut this end off now, yippee, because we're done with it. That's one less thing to be tangled up. Freedom! God, and I still have so much of this yarn left over. This is the yarn I used to make my brother's blanket. Now becoming a sweater for myself. And I still have so much of it. Okay. So, we go. And you will not repeat yourself repeatedly. The bot does not care. The bot is a bot. It is not capable of higher thought. Also, stop repeating yourself. Oh, this is gonna be more trouble than it's worth. Ah. Okay. All right. Okay, now this should be easier to keep together. There we go. Probably see you somewhere in Nightbot will... I'm not even gonna argue. Leah, you can kick them if you want. Anyway, we are working on this almost last row. I think we've got one more row of green after this. And then the ribbing. And then we move on to the next sleeve. I know the sleeves on this, I'm making them a little shorter than they're supposed to be. You say I could kick? Yep, you can kick. Go for it. Do what you want. If they're gonna keep being annoying, boot them out. So we got this row of yellow, a round of green, then the ribbing, then, yes, I was saying. I make the sleeves a little shorter just because I don't like sleeves that go down to my wrist. I prefer them up here. Like, I literally had this sweater modified to get the cuffs up here. So, when I make sweaters for myself, I always keep the sleeves a little short because I just don't like things touching my wrists. Probably because I work a job where I have to wash my hands a lot, so it's easier to have shorter sleeves so that they don't get all wet and damp and gross. Also, I just don't like things touching my wrists. So, I always make the sleeves on my sweaters for myself shorter. Seriously, pretty much every sweatshirt I own, I end up cutting. I have a friend that sews, and I'll cut the sleeves to length and have her move the cuffs up. Because being a teacher, I wash my hands at least 20 times a day, if not more. So, gotta figure out more things to do with the yarn room. because the bookshelf I was originally getting from my brother's in-laws that I was going to put up here is not going to even fit up the stairs. So that's going to go down in the living room instead. But now I got to figure out, like, I got to get more of those cube shelves. And then I've got a whole closet over there and a closet over there. I think that one's going to be the inventory storage. Because everything's like stored in boxes and containers. And that's also the attic access. So if I need attic access, it's easier to move a bunch of containers than other things. The attic is also kind of creepy. It's not actually a finished room, so. But it's very well insulated. Like, I did turn the heat on a little while ago, ran it for about a half hour, and it's still pretty warm up here. Also have a sweater on. Okay. Autumn colors, yes. Very nice autumn colors. This is from a pack from Hirschner's. A color pack for their Worst to Date Celebrate. And their Celebrate variegateds color matched to solids. This is the last row for the sleeve, so I need to not do the chain in between to kind of tighten the cuff up. Hirschner's emailed me another discount code the other day because I haven't bought yarn since August. They sent me a code like, we miss you. And I'm like, I miss you guys too, but the Penelec is after me. I got companies after me. Electric, water, sewer, internet. So, and apparently yarn companies now are after me because they miss me and want me to buy things. And I would love to buy some more yarn, but I am trying to do that, but I also massively slowed down my yarn buying and then stopped altogether just because I was buying this house. And I was going to buy yarn again, but I had a bunch of unexpected expenses because I had no idea smoke alarms cost as much as they do, and doorknobs. I thought, yeah, I'd be able to get away with having these smoke alarms that came with the house, but it turns out they expired in 2005. So not only were the sellers living here, show the sweater when convenient. Yes. Here it is. This is the Granny Pop sweater from MJ's Off the Hook Designs. It's a pretty fun pattern. I've been enjoying it. I want to make like a million of these. I want to make a bunch of them for Christmas presents this year because everybody's getting handmade gifts this year because I need to rebuild my savings. No problem. No problem. So, yeah, the yarn buying ban has been extended probably until December or January. The only exceptions are if I get like gift cards. Because like I have bought yarn since I banned myself, but that was with gift cards. So Michael's gift cards and such. So that technically doesn't count because I didn't spend the money. Somebody else spent the money already and I got the card. Hashtag girl math. Alrighty. And this sleeve is done. Well, the sleeve part, I need to do the ribbing next. Oh, and I also have to save money to get rid of this god-awful drop ceiling. House hunters lied to me. No, I'm just kidding. I knew I could change things about the house that I don't like the drop ceiling. And the big thing is I'm going to save to convert to electric baseboard heating. So that I don't have to deal with oil companies that want contracts and certain amounts of usage. And it took forever. Ridiculous. I couldn't just call and be like, "Hi, here's a check. Here's money in exchange for your services." No, they had to overcomplicate things. But found a small local one that will just let me buy oil. Unfortunately, it's almost $300. Not even to fill the tank. So, like, I have no idea how big the tank is, so I just wanted to buy like 100 gallons and just see how long that lasted. And then go from there. But, yeah. I don't know. At least mortgage payments don't start yet. They don't start right away. You get like, they give you like 2 months before they come knocking. Okay. Right, we are working on the cuff now. Which this is a join as you go ribbing, which I don't typically do because it takes forever, but it does look nice. I just get tired of spending so much time on a finishing detail. That I go a little crazy. But anyway. Also, sorry there was no vlog today. You know, I've been kind of busy. There should be one next Saturday, and we'll get back into the swing of things. And I'll probably spend tomorrow filming some shorts. Just because, I got the whole day ahead of me, and Sundays are usually my house cleaning days, but because I just moved in, the house is clean, so nothing I really need to do. sit measure things and wait, because I still have furniture waiting to arrive and I still need to buy a dishwasher. But I did laundry today, moved things in, bought groceries, bought myself a dessert treat, filmed my vlog. We finished that hand towel I was making. It is now in my kitchen. And I was working on a plastic bag holder, but I just kind of wanted to work on this instead this evening. So here we are working on this instead. Oh, God. In my new yarn room that finally has yarn in it. Okay. Cinched the sleeve up quite a bit. Nice, nice, nice. Not quite as cinched as I would like it, but it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine, everybody. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do 8. This is the tedious part, where we just single crochet in the back loop only, back and forth forever. But it's fine. And then we'll be done with this sleeve and we can work on the next sleeve. And then we'll be done with the sweater. I should probably take some vlog clips while I'm at it, but I'm lazy. Okay, skip those two. Slip stitches. Go in the back, loop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn it, and do it again, over and over until we're done. Don't forget to double tap the screen and to like the live and hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet already. We are so close to my first 1K. No, shoot, I messed up. I miscounted somewhere along the line. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should have had 7 stitches. All as well. There we go. Okay. But yes, we're so close to my first 1K. We're so close to hitting the required number of watch hours, and then I can partially monetize. And then from there I can fully get monetized, and we're golden. Okay, now we're back on track. Go. I wonder if I can get more of those cube shelves on a Buy Nothing group. I'll have to look around. I know one cube shelf like that will fit in my car at a time. Well, one assembled one. If it's disassembled, I can obviously fit more. Four. So, did everybody else have a good week? Oh my gosh, it's only a little after 7. It's so dark out. Ugh. Okay. Keeps getting caught in my dress. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, here we go. All right, we're actually making pretty good, quick progress on this cuff. Always good to see. Very squeaky for some reason tonight. Not sure why. But oh well. Oh, we're about to hit the hour mark, so don't forget to double tap the screen to like live if you haven't yet already. This hour flew by. Oh gosh, and I found out today that everyone in this town that I moved to, there is a local paper published once a week, and everybody gets that on Fridays in the mail. And I actually sat and read it today. Because, wow. I haven't sat and read a physical newspaper. I don't know how long, but just the novelty of it. And it came with a bunch of grocery store coupons, which is nice. Because that show, Extreme Couponers, some people used to watch that for entertainment. I used to watch it as a kid with my mom, and we would take notes. And I'm so sad that, like, you can't do extreme couponing anymore. Because I love that show so much. Yeah. I know, I just loved it. I remember one episode, it was like a high schooler who did extreme couponing, and it got to the point where he showed up with enough coupons to do grocery stuff at a grocery store. He showed up with enough coupons that they ended up needing to give him like $10. And I was like, I want that. Some couponers on here. I think I'll have to find them because I don't know. Like, back in my hometown, you used to get coupons in the Sunday paper, but then they stopped doing that. And it was just advertisements with no coupons attached anymore. And all those coupon websites where I could like print them off and use them are gone. Got lucky though, because the little local run grocery store up here, they sometimes get manufacturers coupons. And if you sign up for a rewards account with them, then you can get these coupons. And you just input your number at the register, and then all the digital ones will show up and you can pick them. Still watch the episodes on here. Yeah. I have HBO Max, which has all those old TLC shows as well, so I kind of cheated to get HBO Max because normally HBO Max with ads is like $16 a month. But if you get the annual Dash Pass plan from DoorDash, that comes with free HBO Max with ads. And that is $8 a month if you do it that way. So I cheated. I haven't ordered takeout for delivery in a couple months now, but I keep the Dash Pass because we're also going to get HBO Max for only $8 a month. And that's really the only streaming service I have. I don't have Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, any of them. But I mean, there is some DoorDash options out here, nowhere near the amount that there were in my hometown. My hometown, you could just go for pages and pages and pages and pages. Whereas here, it's like, yeah, you could DoorDash some groceries from the Y's 5 miles away. Whereas back in my hometown, I could walk to Aldi. But it's fine. I like it here. I like the neighborhood. Gonna miss being able to walk to Aldi, but, well, Aldi in general, there's no Aldi here. The closest Aldi is the one in my hometown. But I'm still working in my hometown, so it's not the complete end of the world. Here though, I can walk to the post office. I can walk to the library. And I can walk to a little restaurant just down the road. So that's fine. Walking to the post office is good now because my mailbox is very small. Because when I got orders on my website back in my hometown, I would just put it in the mailbox at the end of the driveway. To send them out that way, but now my mailbox isn't big enough to do that. So until I can buy a bigger mailbox. The one I have here now, there's no like flag on it to put up to say you have outgoing mail, so I'd have to drop things at the post office to send it up. Hi, Gracie. We're at a very loud restaurant. Hi, Mommy. I'm in my very quiet house. Which is nice. It's been a quiet day. I made dinner. I washed the dishes, and then I made a tiny pot of decaf coffee. Until I get my big coffee maker that my brother's in-laws are giving me. I'm borrowing my realtor's teeny tiny little coffee maker. So if I want a pot, the pot is literally the size of a whole mug. Yes, I have a Keurig, but I wanted a whole pot today. I do have to go to the post office at some point. I need to fill out the change of address stuff. And then, yeah. And then I gotta update everything. Bank. Ugh. So many people I have to say, oh, by the way, I moved. And when I got mail from the sewer company today, they updated me just saying, hi, congrats on buying your house. How will you be paying us? So I gotta fill out that paperwork and mail it in. But all my stamps and envelopes are at my parents' house, so during the week I gotta go get those. And slowly move all my inventory for my shop here. And all my shipping supplies. Gotta get a real desk, because right now it's just an 8-foot folding table. But it's a nice 8-foot folding table. I do need something sturdy, though, to put my yarn winder and Swift on. And I gotta bring my yarn winder and Swift, and I still have more yarn in my parents' house that needs to be brought here. I would need a separate U-Haul just for the amount of yarn I have, feels like. Though I'm not gonna get it all out and put it all out and count exactly how much I have. I'm just gonna organize it quietly, put it away. So nobody yells at me about overconsumption. Listen, about half that stuff was inherited. Also, I've been buying yarn for longer than some of y'all have been alive. So. And I pay the bills before I buy yarn, so. And I haven't bought yarn in forever. Not since August. Right, we are almost done with this sleeve, guys. And then we'll start on the next. We'll finish the second one, weave in the ends, and have a whole sweater. How nice. Oh, and then maybe it won't squeak as much. Well, this pattern calls for DK weight yarn, and here I am sitting here using a 4-weight yarn. Because gauge, what's that? I don't care. Now that I have a yarn room like this, I can probably finally get a mannequin, kind of like what Passionate Kelsey has. That would be really nice. Okie dokie. Let's slip stitch this together. And then we will be all done with this cuff on this sleeve of this sweater that I am making in this house that I own. Been a homeowner for a whole week, guys. It's kind of scary. But if I want to start drilling holes in the wall, I'm allowed. No one can tell me no. Except maybe the electric company. When I drill into a wire and electrocute myself. Here we go. We did it. Yeah. Trying to take vlog clips and live stream at the same time, guys. It's kind of hard. Done with this sleeve. Let's start on the other one. All right, so for this one, we got to go back to red. We need red for this one. Start with red, yellow, green. Just keep going. I kind of want to make a rainbow sweater like this. Idea for when the yarn buying ban is over. Will it ever be over? I hope so. Really, really hope so. Because going through withdrawals from the craft store. Miss Michaels. Okay. Boop. Nope, forgot the chain there. I don't typically put chains between my granny clusters, but for this one the pattern requires it. Oops. Just chain over these ends here. That's right, because I modified this pattern to add some short rows. Because I prefer my sweaters to be a little bit longer in the back. Longer in the back and cropped sleeves. Guys, don't forget to double tap the screen and like the live and hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet already for more fun crochet content. Also, I apologize if the video quality isn't what you're used to. I am live streaming from the cheap internet plan. Because I am cheap. Yeah. But yeah, I really like this pattern. I'm gonna make like a million. I want to make one for like every holiday. Maybe that can be my next. I can put that on my idea. I need to get like a bulletin board and just pin on project ideas so that if I'm ever stumped on what to make, I can pull it off. So yeah, we can hang it right here by the door to the yarn room. Wall O, or put it over the desk, actually, that would make more sense. The Wall O project ideas. A Granny Pop sweater for every holiday. I should make myself another ugly Christmas sweater. The one that I made last year is hanging up in the closet over there. Alright, first round of this sleeve is completed. Now to add the yellow. And try really hard to not get tangled up. Get on that side, please. And yes, I talk to my yarn sometimes. I am crazy. Kind of have to be in this day and age. See, it's nice and cozy up here. And again, I just ran the heater for like a half hour earlier, and it is nice and warm up here. Which is pretty great. Pretty great. I do really like the granny stitch here. Just goes quickly. Maybe I should head back to that creative reuse store in my hometown. Find a weekend when they're open and go. They keep weird hours. So I know there's no local yarn stores around here. Nearest one is like 40 minutes away. Oh well. This is very hard to get to cooperate. It's big and unwieldy, but it looks nice. So these big project colors. Kind of, yeah. I'm still deciding between what yarn I'm going to use for it, but I've kind of got the color scheme down. I'm going to make that dual temperature blanket, one for year I was born, one for the year I turned 30, two giant blankets in that size, and then I'm going to put them together. And then that can be the couch blanket. But I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to use Premier Basics DK or if I want to go with a smaller yarn with a 2-weight, or if I want to use a smaller stitch. Upcoming blanket birthdays to make for. No, I have upcoming birthdays, but I've been making sweaters. I made a really cute little baby version of what I'm working on here. For one, I have another one to make, but I don't have any class birthdays until late December, so that will probably be a November project. I have one baby blanket that I will make. It's going to be light blue and white using a Lion brand ice cream big scoop. I haven't ordered from Lion brand in a long time. Even before the yarn buying ban. Well, they discontinued the ice cream roving yarn, which was like my favorite Lion brand yarn, because it was a acrylic. I love that roving yarn, single ply roving yarn, but I'm allergic to wool. But the ice cream roving yarn was that yarn. It was acrylic, but it was like a single ply wool almost. And it makes me sad that it has been discontinued because I like single ply. Love the stitch definition, but alas, everything I love must be discontinued. I mean, I'm still sitting here begging Yarnspirations to bring back the candy colorway of Red Heart Super Saver. Were they ever going to do that? Probably not. I don't have much influence on them. I don't get much say so. But I know Loops and Threads Fasciots is very similar, but in that it's an acrylic single ply roving yarn, but it comes in smaller skeins for more money and doesn't have the colors, because I liked the colors of the ice cream roving. I mean, I still have plenty of it laying around in my stash. I like it for sweaters. I've made many sweaters out of it. Oh well. Maybe someday it'll make a comeback. They'll pull it out of the vault. I'm not sure. Yep. Look at that. The whole street's all decorated for Halloween. I put my Halloween decorations out on my door, my porch. I have a porch when it's warm out. Maybe I'll pull a Sarah and do a live on the porch. Because for a cheap internet plan, it does have pretty good reach. Like, I've got full signal anywhere in the house and in the yard and in my neighbor that way's yard. So, fun stuff, fun stuff. I like this sweater. Maybe we'll be able to finish it tonight because we're only into an hour and a half into the live. Wow. It feels later than it is. Yeah, it's 7:50. It feels later. It feels like I should be getting ready to go to bed soon, but no. It's not even 8 o'clock, and it's a Saturday night. I may run downstairs in a little bit just to quickly grab a whoopie pie. I did splurge a little bit on some fresh baked ones at the local grocery store. Because still in Pennsylvania, and we love our whoopie pies. Oh, I love a good whoopie pie. And I was so excited the first time I went to this little grocery store last week with my dad just to stop in and familiarize myself. No, it was earlier this. No. When did I go with him? It was Sunday. Because he came into the live and went, I'm hungry, let's go. Well, we went there. And it was full of whoopie pies. And they were baking them in the back of the store, and it was delicious. So I grabbed some chocolate ones. Some fresh baked chocolate ones this morning when I went. Oh, and then I also got a 10-pound bag of potatoes for $2. Do I need 10 pounds of potatoes? No, but they keep for a while. And who knows? I know a good weeknight dinner is some canned chili and a baked potato. Pour the canned chili over the baked potato. This one, please. Makes pumpkin whoopie pies. There were some there at the grocery store too. I've had the pumpkin one before, but I just really wanted chocolate. I did have pasta with pumpkin sauce this evening, though, for dinner. Made a big old thing of it. There was some leftovers, and I gotta figure out how I'm gonna reheat the leftovers for dinner tomorrow night because I don't have a microwave yet. Maybe I'll just bring it back to my parents and eat it there. Yeah, the things I have and the things I don't have are all over the place right now. I don't have a microwave or a toaster yet. But like I've got a full kitchen otherwise. I've got a bamboo steamer basket. I've got a combination Instapot air fryer. Got a tape measure, got a chest freezer. Still no microwave. I know a week ago, the Saturday after closing, the first thing I made though in the house was avocado toast. Because I don't have a toaster, I made it in the oven and it turned out really good. But yes, the first thing I actually ate in this house was avocado toast. And I was wrong. That article about millennials not being able to afford houses because they buy avocado toast was not in the New York Times. It was in The Guardian. Either way, I bought a house and I eat avocado toast because avocados are actually not that expensive. If you know where to find them. But I will be getting a microwave at some point this week. My dad has an extra one up in New York that he's going to bring me. And I'm getting a toaster from my brother's in-laws, along with an actual bed and furniture. And the rest of my kitchen things. So right now I have very basic kitchen things. But I'll be getting a mixer, an ice cream machine. Is there anything your dad doesn't have? Sanity? No, he's got stuff squirreled everywhere. I was like, oh, I need to go buy a cheap set of dishes at Dollar Tree until I get the ones from my brother's in-laws. And he was like, oh no, hold on. And he went down in the basement and just came up with this like whole thing of dishes. He's like, oh yeah, these were mine in college. Here, you can have them. And I'm like, these are nice dishes. Why were you a college kid? Yeah, it's hard to find these days. I know. And I'm like, I need lamps up out of the basement with a bunch of lamps. Like, here you go. Here's 2. Got more if you want them. Kitchen storage bins. Yep. Here you go. Microwave, well, that's up in New York, but I'll bring it to you. Even old people went to college. Yes, and he's got like half a PhD and a master's. But it's just hilarious. Yeah, it's like everything I've needed randomly is like, oh, it's down here in the basement. And I'm like, I have lived in this house for 30 plus years. He's pulling stuff out of the basement I didn't even know existed. In fact, I was down there last night grabbing some stuff out of the washer to bring here today. And I went a little further back beyond the washing machine. Found a bunch of floppy disks. I don't go down in our basement much at my parents' house because there's a lot of spiders down there. So the way it is, you go down and there's a freezer and the washer dryer and a little pantry area, and I never really go farther than the washer dryer. But there's like the whole area. It's the magic basement. Yes. The magic basement where everything is. I mean, before the spider takeover, that's where I found my grandma's crochet stuff. I was rifling around in the basement, playing with it, and then the spiders came from beyond, and I don't go down there very much. So one thing, though, I gotta say about my basement here is there's no spiders in it. It's just creepy for other reasons. Kind of like if you've ever seen Ghosts on CBS. And you go down in the basement and there's all the ghosts of the plague victims and cholera victims. That's what my basement feels like. Like somebody died down here, definitely. So right now in my basement here, there's nothing except some light bulbs, the furnace, the oil tank, and a chest freezer. And I only went down there briefly today to put some stuff in the chest freezer. Slowly filling it with meat that I buy on special. Because I hate paying full price for things. I am that jerk at the store that will try to haggle if need be. I used to show up with all the coupons back when you could. But yeah, magic basement. Is there anything my dad doesn't have? Yeah, I can't think of anything. Pretty sure I could be like, hey dad, you got a copy of Windows 3.1? And he'll probably be like, yeah, here you go. I found this chair I'm sitting on down there. Found my electric fireplace down there. My dishes. Some storage bins that I have down in the kitchen. Maybe one day I too will have a magic basement. Oh, it's one thing I would like to do with this house because I realize, oh, I'm in this for the long term. I own this. I can do whatever I want. I kind of want to like not fully finish my basement, but definitely get a real floor and real walls and make it a little less creepy. I mean, obvious if it's like undamaged, whatever off the shelf, I'll pay the price. But like if the box is super beat up, I'll be like, is there a super beat up discount? Manager special? Love a good manager special at the grocery store. I like getting like the old baked goods and then you just throw it in the freezer. Once got like 2 dozen donuts for 99 cents. Just chucked them in the freezer. Lived off of them for a couple days. That's when I was much younger and could eat like that without regretting it immediately. No, but yeah. That is one thing. My sage advice I will pass on to the young people watching. Sometimes there's a manager's special on the beat up old looking products that's still just as good. The box is just a little squashed. Also try to get in on like ugly produce. If there's like a discount thing there, like the local market I went to in this town, they have an ugly produce discount section where it's still perfectly good food, perfectly good produce. It doesn't look like it in the pictures. It's a little lumpy or weirdly shaped potatoes. So yeah, buy the ugly produce because usually it's cheaper, but just as tasty and just as good. Misfit Market ads pop up on your devices. I don't do it through Misfit Markets. Yeah, I do it through local farm stands. Usually Misfits Market, you don't really get much savings out of Misfits Market. I looked into it. Oh, making a reference. Yeah. Oh, sorry. But yeah, I like the ugly produce. It's good for soup. Speaking of which, I found a thing on Amazon. It's from Augustin Farms, which specializes in like dehydrated and freeze dried foods for emergency preparedness. And there was like a 5 pound can of just chopped dehydrated vegetables like you would find on ramen. God, I want that. I want that for my pantry. I want it so bad. I know I got a lot of advertisements for them back when bird flu was going around earlier this year and egg prices were insane because they had like egg powder and everything. Pounds dehydrated vegetables would be so much. Yes, but it's shelf stable for 10 years. So that'd be like one big purchase, and then I'm set making ramen for 10 years or soup or whatever. I know my parents have a dehydrator, and my mom is all into that food preservation stuff. So she cans, she dehydrates. She wants a freeze dryer, but those are like a couple $1,000, so that's not in the budget until much later down the line. But like we made our own sun-dried tomatoes, make our own pasta sauce, applesauce, canned vegetables. My mom's best friend is the vacuum sealer. I gotta get my own. Because then when I bulk buy meat, I can actually portion it out into single servings instead of just cooking it all and then eating it every night for a week. Because I can't eat a pound of beef on my own. I used to be able to. But now I'm old and can't. Yeah. Like, I remember when I was in college, I got asked to leave the Olive Garden because apparently the never ending pasta bowls do end. They cut you off after 3. In theory, I could do that. Probably, yeah. I mean, if I really put my mind to it and like starved myself for the day before, I could probably still put away a pound of ground beef. But I would severely pay for it later. And end up needing to take like a day off of work afterwards to recover. Oh, God. All right. Here we go. Okay, how many rows have I done so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. We need 15 per sleeve. So let's turn this. Depends on where you go, because this one YouTube I don't want. No, not 6 bowls. Well, apparently in Erie, Pennsylvania, back in like 2013, they'd cut you off after 3. So maybe they're a little more relaxed now, because I was like, well, if it does end after 3, why is it never ending? Back in the day, I guess after 2, they would start losing money on it. Bigger city, yeah, true. Erie is the 4th largest city in Pennsylvania, but that's Pennsylvania City. So. So, to me, it was a big city. Because, Pennsylvania. My hometown is now considered a pretty big city. I mean, everyone around here is like, oh, you're from the city. And I'm like, I guess. I mean, it's definitely considered an urban area now. You're making a sweater. Is there a pattern for it? Yes, this is the Granny Pop pullover by MJ's Off the Hook Designs. Greetings from California, halfway between San Francisco and Sacramento. Greetings from Pennsylvania in the middle of nowhere. I mean, that's pretty much Pennsylvania in general. There's Philly, there's Pittsburgh, and then everything else is like middle. There's cows. Yes, greetings. Look, from Texas. Nice, nice. I would never survive Texas. I would melt. Yep, I am on top of a mountain in rural Pennsylvania. You're from Philly. Ah, fun. Go Birds. Yeah, California used to be nothing and then exploded. Pennsylvania is still mostly nothing. But it's kind of how I like it. It's quiet. Nice colors. Thank you. I think we were as beautiful and formidable in the UK. Welcome, welcome, and thank you. Thank you, everyone. Making a nice fall themed sweater using the leftover yarn from the giant granny square blanket that I'm not working on it anymore. I finished it. I can't believe it's done. Like, I actually finished it. It's done. It is no longer in my house. It is off with my brother at his house. Because he bought a house earlier this year. And I was like, I want a house. And he was like, well, yeah, go get one. So I bought this one. And he's kind of salty because I got a better rate than he did. But yeah. It's very quiet out tonight. Not used to quiet nights. Considering that my parents. This is about the time all the drunk people start in. Here, nope. Quiet. It's lit up outside though. All the houses in the neighborhood are super decorated for Halloween, so. My house is like the least decorated one in town, and I'm just sitting there like. Spread the work out so we can see the whole project. Yeah, just let me finish this cluster. Hey there, everyone in chat tonight. Welcome, Alyssa. Finally back at Saturday night. Here it is. It's a sweater using the granny stitch in beautiful fall colors. I'm finally making something for myself for the first time in forever. Excuse me. Yum. Decaf coffee. Because I would actually like to sleep at some point tonight. Beautiful, thank you. You're welcome. Yeah. I know, this is the first time in a while I've actually been able to like sit and crochet. Today was the first day in a while that I was able to mostly just sit and crochet because I've been so busy moving in. And like I haven't, like I took the closing day off of work, but I've been at work throughout the whole thing. So it's been a process, but It's going. It's going. Soon I will be fully settled in here. I mean, I still gotta, like, fill out all the paperwork. Need to watch Kelsey's. Is she live right? No, she was live earlier. Yeah, I had her live going in the background while I was cleaning earlier today. I like her lives. The coloring. Thank you. You just subbed. Thank you. I really appreciate it. We are so close to 1K. I'm very excited. Then I just need the watch hours to catch up and we'll be set. I know, I usually post a vlog every other Saturday. This is the first week I've missed posting a vlog, but that's just because I've been in the process of moving. And I mean, that was not the only thing going on. I mean, let's see. God. 2 weeks ago today was my brother's wedding. My uncle died the day after. I closed on this house last week on Friday, and I've just been moving in ever since. And the yarn stash behind me. Thank you. That isn't even half of it. The rest of it is still at my parents' house as I finish the moving process. But pretty much everything else is here, so I've been slowly bringing the yarn over. Whatever I managed to fit in my car, because I don't feel like renting a truck. Because I hate spending money. But yeah, so slowly but surely the yarn stash is moving to this address. Though I need more cube shelves to store it in, but again, I hate spending money, so bring the rest over. Yeah, that's gonna be the task for this week, is getting it all over here, because not all of it will fit in my car at once. Because, like, this isn't just, my yarn stash isn't just my yarn stash. Like, a lot of it, I'm still working through stuff I inherited from my grandmother, who died 30 some years ago when I was really little. And my family just kept everything, and I learned to crochet in 1999 when I got into her stuff. Found it in the basement and just started playing with it. So, like, the backdrop in all my videos that I've filmed back at my parents' is a granny square blanket that she made back in the 70s. Which, that will probably be the last thing to come here, because I don't even know where I'm going to hang it up. I don't know if I'm going to hang it up in here or down in the living room. I don't know yet. Because it's kind of been my background my entire time I've been doing YouTube, but I don't know, I haven't quite figured out where I'm going to film yet in this house. I did some filming downstairs in the living room today because it was a little bit chilly and I didn't want to turn the furnace on, so I was sitting by my electric fireplace instead. And then I finally went and turned the furnace on. That heated the whole house up for a while because the heating system in this house is weird. It isn't set by floor, it's just on and off. So There's one thermostat in the whole house. And it controls the temperature for the whole house. Which, if it's cold at night, I have to leave the bedroom door open because there's only one heating vent on this floor. Because this house is very old. This house is... They don't know how old this house is. I know I was talking about it in my last live, like the bathroom, the living room, and the bed upstairs, the upstairs bedroom, not this one, the one next to it. This is technically the master bedroom, but I've made it my craft room, office, yarn room. But over there is actually, that was actually an addition to the house that was put on in 1900, so 125 years ago. And that's when they got the living room, the bathroom, and the second bedroom. In that closet without a door thing. It's supposed to be a linen closet, but it's just a bunch of floating shelves. So, it's fine. I've just got a bunch of towels and throw blankets on it right now. But then there's this section of the house that they don't know how old it is. Because I know the inspector note thinks it's definitely older than 125 years. He thinks it's at minimum 150 years old, but probably closer to 200. Just based on the state of the wood up in the attic. It's basically been petrified after all these years. So it's good, solid house. Like, it ain't going anywhere anytime soon. I've reached 1K. What? We did it. Ah. We did it, y'all. Oh, wow. I hit 1K. We did it. My first 1K. We did it. Thank you, everybody. Oh my God. We did it. Thank you. We did it. Wow. I don't know what to do. Oh, wow. The first 1K, we just have to clear the watch hours milestone. Thanks. Wow. I did it. I think the 1K, that's like the hardest part. Wow. I'm gonna get emotional here. Wow. We did it. that makes me feel so much better. I've been trying so hard for almost a year now. Hi, welcome to the live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. I'm gonna say I still have the bottle of champagne that my realtor gave me that I haven't opened yet. But it's a little late at night for that now. It is 8:30. We're just a little over 2 hours into the live. We just hit 1K subscribers. Wow, thank you so much to everyone. Wow. Wow. I don't know what to do with myself. It looks like a blanket. I love crocheting. I am making a sweater right now in the granny stitch. This is the Granny Pop pullover by MJ's Off the Hook. Thank you. Yeah. Just, it's a good way. It's good. It's good. I've been having a hard time lately, so. Beer with lime now. It's a little late for me. It's the problem. I do have some cider. Wonderful job making things. Jump up and down. I'm old. I don't jump, but okay, we're doing it. We're getting up. We're jumping. Oh, ow! That's the problem with this chair. It's very hard for me to get out of. Oh, I missed my armchair. I can't wait until that gets there. Yay! We did it! We hit 1K subscribers, folks. Okay, ow, ow. Sit back down. Oh. Yeah, plus I don't think you're allowed to visibly drink on adult beverages on live. I'm not sure. We'll have a party next weekend. I did it. I did do it. So next Saturday, I think we'll be live from my parents' house again. Because I have not been here full time yet. I've still been going back and forth, moving things in. But yeah, we did it. I do have coffee we can celebrate with. Cheers, everyone. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've been going through it emotionally lately. Because buying a house, it's a very exciting, but it's also just very emotionally draining. It's exhausting. It's hard. Just yeah. I've just been up and down emotion-wise since closing day. Like I was talking about earlier when the live first started, I just had a small breakdown at work after I got quoted the price of oil, and I just for 100 gallons for my tank, and I just started crying my eyes out, even though I'd be able to afford it. And my boss is like, "You're employed. You've got more money coming in than going out. Stop panicking." It's hard too, because a lot of my friends in real life don't relate very well. Just because I do work a job where the pay isn't great, I just got very lucky, and I'm very privileged. So a lot of people I know are either they already own their own homes, but they don't have good relationship with their parents. Whereas for me, I'm like, I'm gonna miss living with my mom and dad because we have really good relationship. I mean, they drive me knocking futs, but yeah. And I'm like, I'm gonna miss my mom and dad. I'm not gonna have the cats full time. I'm gonna miss them. And everyone I know either owns a house but doesn't have a good relationship with their parents, or doesn't own a house and hasn't gone through the emotions that come with buying a house in the United States, and the song and the dance and the game and the gambling and the oh, I'm so glad I made it through this place. And they're like, okay, nah. And then my realtor is like, yeah, this place will probably have good resale value if you take care of it. And I was like, I got a 30-year loan. I am getting my money's worth. So if anyone needs me for the next 30 years, I will be right here getting my money's worth. So thanks for 1K, everybody. That's a real bright spot in the weird turbulent emotions I have. I don't know. We're only 2 hours and 15 minutes into this live. I think we might finish this sweater tonight. It's going along really fast. Well, the granny stitch is really fast. It goes pretty quickly. So I'm thinking another one of those cube shelves stacked on top would look good for that. I'll get some like nice curtains. I wonder if they make yarn themed curtains. Maybe I could crochet my own out of some crochet thread. And then there's a closet right here, and then wall space here. And then here's the door. Wall space, there's another closet there, and then wall space. My desk is right there at that corner. So I've got a nice rectangle to work with and fill with yarn. Well, this closet I'm probably is not going to be yarn just because these are the only 2 closets in the whole house. And that one's technically not even a closet, that's actually attic access. So I'll probably put a bunch of cube shelves here, have a yarn wall, and then I don't know if I'm going to hang my grandma's blanket there or not, because if I hang it on that wall there, I'll have the natural light from that window for filming. But if I put yarn there and hang it there, but I don't think it would even fit on that wall because it's a king size blanket, so it would probably cover up the window. So my grandma's blanket may have to go downstairs, and then I can put more shelves there. Then I gotta get a real desk that's sturdier for my yarn winder and Swift. All the possibilities. And then, of course, I need to get some furniture straps to actually anchor those shelves to the wall because it's carpet in here. I'm not used to carpet. I haven't lived in a house. We ripped our carpets out when I was in middle school, and that was 20 years ago or so. I don't know. This room is a lot bigger than I thought it was because when I was looking at the house, it was full of just stuff. Because it's a small house. And the cellars had so much stuff packed in here that when I did the final walkthrough, I'm like, it doubled. It feels like the room is all doubled in size. Like the kitchen doubled in size and everything. So I had to start rethinking everything I had initially planned out because I was like, oh, there's way more room here. I thought the closets were much smaller. No, it was just full of stuff. I thought the small bedroom was much smaller. It's actually decently sized. This room is huge. The living room is bigger. So, basement feels bigger, but it's even creepier now that there's nothing else down there. But there's no spiders down there. The spiders are all in the walkout because the basement has its own door to outside. You go up the stairs and goes outside, and all the spiders live in that part. So, yeah. And then I have a shed that I keep forgetting I have. Until my dad's like, oh, here's some tools you can have. And I'm like, where am I going to put them? And he's like, the shed. I'm like, oh, yeah, I have a shed. I have a shed. I have a yard. I have a porch. All these things. I'm not going to put any yarn in the shed, though. The shed does have some spiders. All right. Let's see. And the shed doesn't lock yet. I need to get a lock for the shed. I think the shed's just where the lawnmower is going to live. Because my brother's in-laws are giving me a lawnmower. I got insanely lucky. His in-laws are so nice. Because my sister-in-law's grandfather passed away like a month ago or so. No, it was a little more than a month ago now. And they're just giving me all his stuff that I need because it's all good quality. Because he was the opposite of me. He was not cheap. Hasn't grown that large that you need space for it yet. No, my yarn collection is still managed, and because I haven't been adding to it, because my yarn collection kind of hit a balance where I had yarn coming in and going out at about the same rate. So it just never changed, but it has been dwindling down. Like, I can probably still go a long time without buying yarn, but not. but I probably will have like a basket. I'm thinking of like scrap yarn or something that I'll keep downstairs in the living room. Like I'll have like a small little crochet station down in my living room for like small projects while I'm watching TV, or that could be like a scrap blanket or something. And I'll just work on that. I still need to get my TV. I have a TV. It's my brother's old TV. It's in the basement at my parents' house. Because my back when my brother still lived at home, he had carved out a little section for himself in the basement. Which again, I never really went far into because of the spiders. So I never really went in there. But he moved out a while ago and he left a bunch of stuff behind that he promptly forgot about. Because the man would lose his head if it wasn't attached. And that's kind of where my dad has been. That's where I've been finding things in the basement, like the lamps, this chair. There's a TV down there that it's mounted to the wall right now. So we got to take it down. Making a blanket or a sweater or something. I am making a sweater tonight. This is the Granny Pop Pullover by MJ's Off the Hook Designs. It's a really nice top-down sweater. And I like it. I like this. I like the pattern. It's very fall themed. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we're on row 12. So we've got 3 more rounds to go after this one. So I think we will finish this sweater tonight, guys. And then we'll think of another project to work on. Well, downstairs for the vlog, do you do custom stuff? Not at this time. I don't take custom orders from people I don't know in real life, just because I do have a day job. So I just don't have the time to take internet custom orders. So I do have a website where I sell things. I just don't have a custom order option. And I don't have any sweaters on there, but I've got like shawls and hats and all sorts of fun stuff. And yes, I do have a website with many, many things. I'm thinking I might have a sale soon, just to try and move some inventory so that I don't have to take as much with me. But I don't know. It is smallpinecrafts.square.site. Nightbot has it in the chat. It's linked in the chat. It's linked in the description. They have many good things for sale. I would recommend the kitchen scrubbies I make, because yes, thank you, Aaliyah. Yes, as the kitchen scrubbies I make, I actually use myself. And I use the leftover scrap yarn to make my own scrubbies. Which maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Because I do need some more scrubby things. Right now, for the vlog, I was working on a plastic bag holder, one of those things you can like hang up and stuff plastic bags in, and then there's a hole in the bottom you can pull them out. I'm making one of those, but I'm freehanding that and taking notes, so I didn't want to work on it on live because I would just be sitting here muttering to myself and writing things down. Whereas with this, we're just putting a sleeve on, so sleeves don't require as much brain power as coming up with a new pattern. Yep, I do have some alpaca things on my website. They're a little on the more expensive side just because alpaca's expensive. And some of the alpaca things I sell actually at a loss just to get the product moving. But yeah, it's because I'm allergic to sheep's wool, so my alternative is alpaca. Just as warm, but it doesn't make me itch. So I've got alpaca, cotton, acrylic. Kitchen scrubbies, tea towels. Did you finish the kitchen towel? Yes, I did finish the kitchen towel this morning. You're welcome. I try to be nice. The kitchen towel is done. It is hanging on my stove right now. I actually used it while I was making dinner to dry my hands off after washing them. And it was quite nice. So, yeah, that vlog will probably come out most likely next Saturday. Try and get back on schedule. Because I still have an insane to-do list, but I want to make more than one. Right now, I just need the one. I have other hand towels right now, but I want to make like more in other colors for like different holidays. I'm trying to not go too crazy on making my own holiday things though, because I need some storage bins first so that when the holidays are over, I have someplace to put them for a while. So I'm trying out this idea one of my coworkers suggested to me, because this is a small house and storage is limited. So she was like, okay, get 12 big tote boxes and label them each with the month. And what is in that tote box is like your decorations and knickknacks and stuff for the holidays that month. And then if those totes are full, you can't, either you have to get rid of stuff or you just can't get any new holiday themed knickknacks, because I do love a good holiday themed knickknack. So I put that in my Amazon wish list that my mother sent out to everyone. He's like, hey, if you don't know what to get Gracie for Christmas this year, here's a list organized by priority. But right now the list, it's like batteries and extra first aid stuff. And like emergency preparedness things. Like I want my own emergency weather radio. I want fire extinguisher. I have one fire extinguisher down in the kitchen, but I would like one for each floor. So I need one for up here and one for the basement. Batteries. I need batteries. I need what I really want is a thermal emergency sleeping bag. Because if you go back and watch my videos from this year, you will find a week in the life of a teacher and crocheter, and the power went out in one of those videos, and it was really cold. But I was still living with my parents, and they have a wood stove, so even though the power went out and it was cold, I was fine. I just pitched my tent in front of the wood stove in the middle of the living room and just slept in there, and it was warm and cozy all night. I don't have a wood stove here. I don't have a fire. I have an electric fireplace. It's on wheels. And I have oil heat, but the furnace needs electricity in order to burn the oil. So if the power goes out in the middle of winter, it's gonna get cold. So I want an emergency thermal sleeping bag to have on hand. And an emergency radio, flashlights. I have a basic first aid kit, but I would like a couple extras for it. No, this wish list, it's private though. Only for people that know me in real life, just cause. No, I got it on Amazon. It's just the way the light is hitting me. No, but this wish list, like, it's got my legal name attached to it, so that's only for people offline. It's cool either way. Thank you. So, yeah. And then down at the low priority end of the list, there was like a really cool clock I want. It's a analog clock. It looks like a black cat sitting, and then it has the pendulum, but the pendulum is a tail. Because, yeah, a lot of things that I have already in this house are cat themed. Like my shower curtain has kittens on it. My blankets and have kittens on it. My bed sheets have kittens on it. All the little decorative things my parents have given me as gifts of housewarming gifts I've gotten from friends, it's like cat themed. Even my socks are cat themed. I'm a crazy cat lady. Crazy cat lady, and I have to share custody of my cats. Okay, guys, we just have one more round of color after this, and then the ribbing, and then we're done. We've made great progress tonight. We'll probably finish the sweater, and I'll probably jump off of live when I've finished the sweater. So I am getting tired. I didn't take my usual pre-live stream nap today. I need a nap if I'm going to be live late at night because I am old. I know apparently I have a baby face and people think I'm like 18. No. far off from being 18. I'm not in my 20s either. Oh, thank you. The person that just placed an order. I will pack that up and mail it out tomorrow. Because I don't have any of my packing stuff here yet. Or inventory. I'm still doing the slow move in, but just one item. Well, thank you either way. I really appreciate it. It really helps. You're so sweet. Yes, I will pack that up and ship that out to you as soon as I can. Probably as soon as I get to my parents' house tomorrow. And then I'll just drop it in the mailbox. Yeah, thanks so much. First online order I've got in a while. I do get orders. It's just a lot of them are from people that know me in person. And they're like, well, I work with you, or I know where you are, or you live real close to me. And I'm like, yeah, if like my next door neighbor back at my parents ordered something from me, I would not. I would be like, don't bother ordering through the website. Just swipe your card on my card reader, because I keep my card reader in my wallet, and I'll just hand deliver it. But it's nice. Thank you. I'll ship it out tomorrow. Pack it up, ship it out. How nice. I like packing orders. Just why sometimes I wish I got more of them, because I do like to pack them. And like even people when they order something from me in person, like, yeah. Do you just keep that in your wallet? Yeah, I keep it in my wallet. I also, well, Square has a manual entry mode. If I do forget it, they just charge a higher processing fee if I have to import the numbers by myself. Whereas if I swipe the card, it's only 1%. It's 3% for manual mode, 1% for swiping. And I think online orders it's like 0.5, but I charge for shipping because shipping is expensive. But yeah, thank you. I also do craft shows, so it works. Craft shows, in-person orders, commissions from people I know. I'm a teacher at early learning, and I've had parents in the past commission me to make Halloween costumes for babies, which obviously I can't share any pictures of, but it's been cute. I made a little piglet costume 2 years ago. Last year I made Poppy's outfit from Trolls. Make stuff. Chicago. It's interesting because Chicago is such a big city. But yeah, I know everyone that 200 for a hat and just can't afford it. Yeah, I try to keep my prices on the lower end. Like, obviously, I still want to get a little bit of a profit, but I want at least most people to be able to enjoy a handmade hat or something. Because I do work a job that traditionally pays very low, and most people I know and associate with, and most of my friends were like blue collar, low income, pink collar, low income. I mean, I'm low income, but I've been saving to buy a house since, God, I don't even know how long. I saved and saved and saved because I was able to live with my parents for so long. That was till next paycheck. Till next paycheck, yeah, I get that. And I was able to buy this house because I worked with a mortgage broker who works exclusively with low income first time home buyers. Because a lot of people like that, me, because I am low income first time home buyer. This is my first house I've bought. And I only make about $30,000 a year, which is kind of why I started this business, to earn a little extra cash. But also, I'm incredibly cheap and frugal. Yeah, it is really awesome. And I moved to a lower cost of living area where the property values are pretty low just because I get really good gas mileage on my car. So it's not a huge hit to me financially to commute to work. And actually, it's kind of nice. I'm looking forward to it solely because being a teacher, I'm on my feet all day. So sometimes when I sit down in the car, that is the first time I've actually got to sit down in 9 hours. Because even on my lunch break, I'm running around fighting with the copier. So I only have to drive about a half hour to work, give or take, from this house. And it's so nice because I get to sit. Uninterrupted sitting. Yep, I'm still daycare. I work with infants and young toddlers. And I love it. Oh, shoot, I did this last round wrong. Dang it. Got so excited I wasn't paying attention. It's alright. So I just gotta pick this out. So I hope you have a really nice night. Thank you. I will. You too. You have a good night. Alright, I gotta fix this. I was like, wait a minute. Why is the math not mathing? It's because for the last round, I wasn't supposed to put the chain between each cluster. And I put the chain between each cluster. Wasn't doing that. But that's fine. You got excited. I got excited and started running on autopilot. So. And also, it's getting late. We've been live for almost 3 hours. But we will finish this sweater before saying goodnight. Which will probably be a little while longer. So we need to just go back around without the chains in between. And then cinch up the sleeve and then call later. Love you. Yeah, I'll talk to you in a little while once I get off live, Mom. Love you. Thanks for coming. I need to buy a printer. And I'll just still use the one at work. It's great though because the amount they ordered was the same amount I spent on groceries today. So for girl math, the groceries were free. Love girl math. Because I can't do regular math. Hope that money will go to oil heat. Back at 0 in girl math. Yup. Well, technically the groceries are free because I used cash. I didn't swipe my card. I just grabbed cash out from this what I stuff under my mattress. And use that to buy groceries. But this is good. This is good. I can put that towards getting my tank filled up with the heating oil, or, well, 100 gallons. Because I actually have no idea how big the tank is, and I have no idea how to find out how big the tank is. But, I mean, I had to run the heater for only 30 minutes, and the house is still warm. And I have my electric fireplace. And I have my space heater that I use. Technically, that space heater goes in my car in the morning because Buicks don't like cold. And I have no power steering if it's cold out, but if I put the space heater in my car for 15 minutes in the morning, then I have power steering. So every car person I ask, it's like, hey, why don't I have power steering in the cold? I'm like, well, what kind of car do you have? It's a Buick. I'm like, oh yeah, Buicks just do that sometimes. Oh no, realistically, that money will go to car and paying my dad back for the car inspection. The good news is the county I moved to does not do emissions inspections. So going forward, I won't have to pay as much every year for my car inspection. Because they'll just be making sure it goes. Alrighty. Should see if the local library is open tomorrow and go get a library card. I don't know. The library in this town is completely volunteer run, so they have odd hours. But if they're open tomorrow, I might go sign up for a card. Since I moved counties, I can't use my library card back in my home county anymore because they only service the county I just moved from. So which is kind of annoying because I'm literally like only 4 miles into this county. Like the county I just moved from. It's like it's right there. Not even 5-minute drive. I am just over the line, which means lower taxes but higher car insurance rate because it's much more rural county. And the more rural you are, the higher car insurance rate you pay. Because the higher chance you might hit some woodland creature on the road. But at least the property taxes are nice and low. Okay, we are cinching up the cuff. One can't even get a boogie anywhere. See, the library in the county I just moved from changed it so that you have to be a resident of that county because Moms for Liberty people that lived in like other side of the country were sending book removal requests to try and get books banned. So the libraries in the county I just moved from kind of banded together, and to prevent that, changed it so that you have to be a resident of the county. To use the library, and that means you can't spam them with book removal requests. So I understand it, but I'm like, I'm literally 2 miles away, please. And I can't lie and say I'm still at my parents' address because everyone in town knows my parents, and they're all gonna be like, you moved out. We know you moved out. We know you don't actually live there. So get out of here. Alrighty. Let's put on this cuff and then we'll be done. It's a little cropped at the bottom for my liking, but it's fine. This is more going to be an around the house sweater than anything. 2, 3, 6, 7. I can't remember how many I did for the other cuff. Dang it. Okay, shoot. I did 8. Okay. We're back on track. Yeah, I can tell I'm starting to get tired to uncrop the sweater. No! I mean, it's low enough. It'll be fine. I mean, it's too late now because the ends for that part have been thoroughly woven in. Regardless, I could just block it if need be. And that'll stretch it out. It'll block out, it's fine. No, it should be fine. I'm weird about my clothes. I like it to be really low. I like my shirts to be like really low and my pants to be like super high-waisted. So this isn't actually cropped length. This is just normal people length. I'm just a weirdo about these kind of things. But I'm officially in love with this pattern, and I think I'm going to make more, and it comes with a sizing guide, so I could probably make a bunch of sizes, maybe out of scrap yarn, and then I'll put them up for sale. Because, like, I have an inventory closet now, so I could make wearables and hang them up for easier storage. Like, I have a whole room dedicated to yarn and inventory. Hi, welcome to the live. So there's a whole new world of possibilities going on here. And this is a really easy pattern. Like, I've already got it pretty much memorized. Might even buy it and print it out and put it in my pattern scrapbook. Because I have a bunch of old notebooks that I would cut free patterns out of like magazines and stuff or off of yarn labels and tape them in. Even though I like never use patterns, I liked collecting them anyway. I never follow them really, but I use them as a reference for how something is constructed. Like that kitchen towel I was working on. I liked the pattern, but I probably won't do it exactly again. But now that I know kind of how to construct that kind of towel, I'll just go off and make my own design now that I know how to make the shape. Still have yet to write a pattern. Started making the notes. And I was going to work on it while I was off of my day job for my brother's wedding. And then, you know, all that. These shenanigans happened. But who knows? Because I know it was one of my 2025 goals too. I do want to write my beanie pattern and sell it for like a couple bucks, like $1 or $2. It's just finding the time to take the notes I've written down and translate my personal jargon into standard pattern. And then, like, that would be the paid version, and they'd be like, if you want it for free, here's my notes. If you've been able to interpret them, you've earned it. And I'm just a little intimidated because people demand so much of pattern writers. And I'm like, I have a day job. I can't answer emailed questions or offer pattern support. Like, if I were to write a pattern, it would be like in ye olden days of the 90s, where here's a book, here's a paragraph, here's no pictures, go. Just figure it out. Because, like, that's how I learned how to read patterns, so. Like, I would like to write one, I just don't know the other people's expectations. Like, if somebody had a question and emailed me, I just straight up would not have the time to help them because I have a full-time day job. This is like my second job, but my day job obviously takes precedence because that's the one where I make most of my money, and that's where my health insurance comes from. Which is why when I was going through all this, and I wasn't filming vlogs, and I knew I was going to miss today's vlog, I was like, I gotta prioritize my day job still. I am at that point still. So. But yeah, I want to write my orange hunting beading pattern. I really do. I think it'd be simple enough. I'd probably have to plaster it in warnings like there's no pattern support here. You gotta use your brain and figure this out. And if you email me, maybe I'll answer, but it's kind of like why I like doing tutorials over writing patterns, because that way visually you can see exactly how it's supposed to work. Because, like, I get it, I am a very visual learner. I'm a visual tactile learner. I learn by watching and doing. like I put as one of my goals in 2025 in that video I released way earlier this year was grow my YouTube channel, write a pattern, make the giant granny square blanket, and get my scrap yarn under control. And so far the only one we haven't hit was writing a pattern. So I don't know. Watch, I'll finally get it written. It'll come out like 11 p.m. on December 31st, and I'll be like, hey, I technically... Think about it, yeah. It's December 31st, but it's technically still 2025. Therefore, I hit my 2025 goal of writing a pattern. I'm going to film a tutorial for that. That's going to be like my November tutorial, is the orange beanie, just because hunting season. Beanies, you need orange hats. But I might film that tomorrow. I'm not sure. Thinking about it, I probably should film it tomorrow. Because I don't know if I'll have time next weekend. I mean, all I'm really doing tomorrow is vlogging and working on that. Plastic bag holder. I don't know. We're past the 3-hour mark, and you can tell I'm getting tired because I am rambling to myself about nonsense again. I'm thinking out loud and organizing my thoughts out loud again. It means it's almost bedtime. It means Gracie's tired. Would be good to film it tomorrow because I've got a window there with natural light for filming instead of fighting for my life with my ring light. Who knows? I don't know. We'll think about it in the morning when I'm less tired. But right now, let's just bask in the fact that I hit my first 1K subscribers. Yay. Made it to 1K. Now, can we get to the 4,000 watch hours? I hope so. Apparently these lives count towards the watch hours, so... Maybe instead of Vlogmas, we'll do Livemas, where I just go live every day. Livemas and Tutorialmas, and my tutorials are all just like my random Christmas coaster patterns. Because I have many coaster patterns. And a bunch of Christmas patterns as well. Whole bunch of you and me. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I started filming a Vlogmas video beginning of October. I was going to see how many hats can I knit in October. And then that got completely derailed because I hurt my wrist and couldn't do much of anything. And then I had to do way more than I thought I had to do for my brother's wedding. With a hurt wrist. And then my uncle died, and then I started packing up and moving. So that video is not happening because we have knit 3 hats. It's almost the end of October, so I may just scrap that footage and try again for November. How many hats can I knit for charity in 1 month? In November instead of October. But who knows? Who knows? Not me. We'll figure it out. Or I just won't do Vlogmas. I would love to, because I think that would really push my watch hours up, but we'll sleep on it tonight. Maybe not necessarily vlogs, but at least something every day. Oh, I'm gonna have a new whip drawer soon. Because that cart is gonna probably be repurposed since I'm gonna have a whole yarn room. Probably get like some drawers at Walmart. Stick it somewhere. New whip drawer. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, we're making good progress here on this cuff. We're almost done. And then this sweater will be done. And then I'm gonna go to bed. And I'm excited for tomorrow because I'm gonna make pancakes for breakfast. Because I haven't sat and put the time in to make myself a nice breakfast in a while. And I need to treat myself. So we'll do that. Nope, Theodore's outside. That's the neighbor's dog. He's friendly, he just has a lot to say. Very expressive. Yeah, he is. It's funny because that's just how he sounds. He just has a lot to say. I was like, oh boy. When I first heard him starting in, I was like, uh-oh, what am I getting myself into? And then I went and met the neighbor, and he was just like standing there, bark, 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 bark. And she just said, he just has a lot to say. And he was very friendly, like sniffing me and everything. He was just the entire time. And every so often I'll hear, Theodore, be quiet! Like, it's okay. I mean, I deal with babies crying all day, so loud noise does not bother me. Just because I'm so used to constantly be surrounded by noise that I do better when there's noise. Right. Last bit of cuff, and then it's done. Okay. And the last little bit of this sleeve. Just trying to find where it starts here so I can slip stitch it together. Make it nice. Okay, there we go. I can do it. Yes, thank you, Aaliyah. Just trying to make sure all the stitches lined up. Because sometimes they don't want to line up. It seems my tension relaxed a little bit in the later rounds, so it's a bit. There we go. Okay. All right, we're good. 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 There we go. Whoop. And we're done. First project I've made for myself in forever. And I still have so much of this yarn left over, I might make myself a matching hat. Alrighty, there we go. Got ourselves a sweater. Ta-da! Let's try it on. Okay, where's the back? Which side is the back? I can't remember which side is the back. Okay, this is the front. It's beautiful. Thank you. Take the glasses off. We'll take the Winnie the Pooh sweater off. Hang on. Hold on, chat. We got a scarf malfunction here. Y'all almost saw my hair. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, chat, give me a minute. All right. Yeah, the crop actually isn't that bad. And the sleeves are about to my elbows. Did I screw this one up? Nope. Here we are. Sleeves are a little short, but I like the cuff up here actually. I kind of dig this. It's like they're rolled up, but they're not. They're gonna stay. Thank you. I love it. Thank you. I love it too. Yeah, it's not that badly cropped actually. I just had to put it on to make it feel better. All right, we did it. We made a fall sweater. It's quite cozy. Yeah, short is better. I know, I just prefer my sweaters to be a bit longer. I'm weird. Okay, let's just tidy this up a bit. The yarn followed me into the hallway. The yarn is haunted, just like my house. Woohoo! I know, it's gonna be weird. All right, we are done. So it has been a little over 3 hours. We finished this sweater. It is late. I am tired, so I'm going to go to bed. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for being here, for hitting our first 1K subscribers. I'm gonna leave the ends in the morning. And yeah, good night, everybody. Thanks for coming. We'll see you again sometime during the week, and then again next Saturday. You love the sweater. Thank you. It came out great. I think maybe if I make another one, I might add like 1 or 2 more rows on the sleeves because they are a little short, but I like it. It's great. Thank you. See y'all later. Boop.